TriviaList presents Women in the Military. Number 1. Israel. Top on the TriviaList is Israel. And that should be no surprise, because Israeli military women are badass. Women have long served their country in the Israel Defense Forces and its precursors, but it wasn't until the Yom Kippur War in 1973, when there was a shortage of manpower, that field roles really opened up for women. Until then, military positions had been limited to technical and secretarial support. When you're surrounded by enemies, you need every fighting body available. And check out these fighting bodies. Israel is one of the few countries in the world with a mandatory military service requirement for women. Female combat soldiers serve 2 years and 4 months. Then they must continue in reserve units until they reach the age of 38. About 65% of Israeli women serve in the army. The other 35% opt out for religious or other reasons. But that said, just 7% of female recruits opt for combat roles. Women can sign up for mixed-gender infantry battalions, and other combat roles include the border police and the Air Force. Female IDF soldiers are so awesome, they even have their own Instagram account, which you can follow. Just be sure to thank us in the comments below. Number 2. Norway. Second on the trivia list is Norway. Like Israel, Norway also has compulsory military service for women, and it's the only NATO country to have this requirement. But it's a fairly recent development. In 2014, Norway's parliament passed a law that mandated military conscription for both men and women. That law took effect in 2016. Previously, women could volunteer to serve, but it wasn't compulsory. Norway is fairly progressive when it comes to opening its military to women. 4 of its last 5 defense ministers have been women. Men and women even bunk together in mixed-gender dorms. And according to polls conducted by the Norwegian army, most female soldiers don't have a problem with that. Norway, showing the way. Number 3. A tie between Sweden and Finland. To be honest, TriviaList can't tell Sweden and Finland apart. All we know is that both countries used to make really awesome mobile phones and that they're located right next to each other. Sweden makes the list because since 1989, there have been no gender restrictions on access to military training or positions. Women are allowed to serve in all parts of the military and in all positions, and that includes combat positions. Sweden's army is tiny, just 20,000 soldiers, 21,500 guardsmen, or women, and 10,000 reservists. Women make up about 13% of the armed forces. Over in Finland, women under the age of 30 can enlist in either the defense forces or the border guard. They serve under the same conditions as men, however they do get one perk that the men don't get. Should they decide within the first 45 days of service that the military just isn't right for them, they can quit without consequences. Number 4. Kurdish women. The Kurds live in Turkey, Iraq, and Syria, and they're fighting one of the nastiest and deadliest enemies on Earth, ISIS. That fight has also been taken up by women, and these are some of the toughest, most battle-tested women on the planet today. Kurdish women fight because life in this war-torn region gives them few other options. The Syrian Kurdish YPJ, or Women's Protection Units, is comprised of Kurds, other Syrian ethnic groups, and Western volunteers. The YPJ reportedly has more than 20,000 volunteer fighters, with plans to expand to 100,000 female fighters. The YPJ is one of the main groups in the Syrian Democratic Forces, which at the moment is fighting ISIS to retake control of the northern city of Raqqa in Syria. Go YPJ! Kick ISIS butt! Honorable mention, China, China, China. The People's Liberation Army is the largest in the world. It has 2.8 million troops, of which 7.5% are women. But despite this large size, not many roles are open to women. But is that any surprise? The PLA has only fought small border wars against its neighbors. It hasn't fought in a significant battle since the Korean War in the 1950s. Yeah, so if you're a man or a woman, the PLA doesn't offer much action. If you have model good looks, though, you could try your luck getting into the PLA's Honor Guard. There, you'll have the privilege of wearing tight-fitting uniforms and goose-stepping before visiting dignitaries. Keeping morale and other things high will be your main job duty. If that doesn't sound like fun, you can simply play a female soldier on television. The television drama Phoenix Nirvana is about female special forces, and the plotline follows them through elite training. In addition to being tough and fighting fit, sexiness is high on the list of requirements. Well, that's all for this TriviaList edition of Women in the Military. Which of these armies would you like to join? Leave your thoughts in the comments.